Have you ever wondered about the empty spaces on Europe's map, not just places without cities, but those missing from our travel plans? Nestled in the heart of the Mediterranean is Albania, a country with turquoise waters, Roman ruins, and mountains that touch the sky, yet still beautifully undiscovered. Whispers are spreading among travelers about pristine beaches and ancient cities where time stands still. The Albanian Riviera rivals any in Greece or Italy, but here you'll find quiet coves and a rare sense of peace. Albania is Europe's best-kept secret, waiting for you to discover its magic. European summer holidays often mean crowded beaches and busy cities, but Albania offers a stunning, uncrowded coastline, an escape from the usual crowds. Here you'll find hidden coves, sleepy villages, and a slower pace of life. Explore ancient towns like Berat, where history feels alive and authentic. In Albania, it's the unexpected moments and genuine encounters that make your journey unforgettable. Albania's story is etched into its dramatic landscapes. It's a country where myths feel real, where legends are whispered on the mountain winds. The name for Albania in its own language is Shqipëri, which means land of the eagles. Looking at the accursed mountains, a wild and majestic range in the north, you can understand why. These jagged peaks soar towards the sky, creating a formidable natural fortress that has protected the Albanian people for centuries. This is a land of untamed beauty, where pristine rivers carve through deep canyons and glacial lakes shimmer like jewels. It's a paradise for hikers, adventurers, and anyone seeking solitude in nature. The landscape tells a story of resilience. For much of the 20th century, Albania was cut off from the world under a strict communist regime. During this time, more than 170,000 concrete bunkers were built across the country, one for every 11 citizens. Today, these grey domes are scattered everywhere, from beaches and city parks to remote mountain passes. They are a stark and fascinating reminder of the country's paranoid past. But Albanians, with their characteristic spirit, are reclaiming these relics. Some have been turned into quirky cafes, small museums, or even hostels. They are a unique and powerful symbol of Albania's journey from isolation to openness. But Albania's history goes back much further. Long before the bunkers, this land was home to Illyrians, Greeks, and Romans. In the south, you can explore the sprawling ruins of Butrint, another UNESCO World Heritage Site. Here you can walk through a Greek amphitheatre, a Roman forum, and a Byzantine basilica, all in one place. It's a microcosm of Mediterranean history, set in a beautiful national park teeming with wildlife. Unlike Pompeii or the Acropolis, you can often explore Butrint's ancient avenues in relative peace, allowing the whispers of the past to speak to you without the distraction of large crowds. From the mountains to the sea, Albania is a treasure chest of natural wonders and historical sites. You can visit Gjirokastër, the city of stone, with its imposing castle and unique Ottoman-era houses, or see the ancient amphitheatre in the coastal city of Durrës. Each place tells a part of Albania's rich and layered story. It's a country that defies easy categorization. It is Balkan, it is Mediterranean, it is uniquely Albanian. This blend of wild nature and deep history creates a destination that is both intellectually stimulating and visually breathtaking, offering a profound travel experience that stays with you long after you leave. My fascination with Albania began with a simple, grainy photograph, an old stone bridge over a turquoise river surrounded by green hills. I knew I had to see it for myself. I discovered a country of incredible hospitality, resilience, and beauty. So pack your bags and join me as we uncover the secrets of Europe's most beautiful hidden gem. Albania's coastline is where mountains meet the sea, a wild and untouched stretch unlike anywhere else in Europe. Here, the Adriatic and Ionian seas converge, creating vivid blues and hidden coves that feel like a secret. The drive along the Riviera is an adventure, with dramatic views from the Llogara Pass and tranquil, empty beaches below. Unlike the crowded coasts of Spain or Italy, Albania's Riviera remains wonderfully untamed, a rare, authentic escape. South along the Riviera, near the Greek border, lies Ksamil, a village often called the Caribbean of the Ionian. Its electric turquoise waters and fine white sand beaches, dotted with 3 lush islands, create a scene straight from a tropical postcard. In summer, Ksamil buzzes with life, yet keeps its laid-back charm. Families swim, boats ferry visitors to the islands, and paddleboards glide across the bay. Wooden jetties host restaurants serving fresh seafood. Grilled octopus with local olive oil is a must-try. Ksamil is accessible to all. Sun lounges are affordable. and public beaches welcome everyone. Unlike exclusive European resorts, here the vibe is open and unpretentious. Just a few kilometers away, the ancient city of Butrint offers a journey through 2,500 years of history. In one day, you can explore Greek temples in the morning and swim in turquoise waters by afternoon. Ksamil is where culture and coastline blend, capturing Albania's unique appeal. Heading north, the Riviera transforms. Long pebble beaches meet the deep blue Ionian Sea. Dhërmi stands out with its old stone village perched above a lively beach lined with trendy clubs and restaurants. The old town's narrow lanes and tiny churches offer tradition, while the beach draws a fashionable crowd. Beyond Dhërmi, hidden coves await the adventurous. Gjipe Beach, reached by a rugged walk, stuns with its white pebbles and sheer canyon walls. Palasa and Jail beaches each have their own character, from wild and vast to intimate and relaxed. The water is always crystal clear, the mountains always dramatic. This stretch of coast rewards those who seek out its secrets. Here, slowing down leads to your own private paradise. Albania's wonders go beyond the coast. Deep inland, nature reveals its magic. The Blue Eye, a spring near Sarande, dazzles with its mysterious, impossibly blue waters bubbling from an unknown depth. Surrounded by cool forest, it's a place of myth. Some brave souls even leap into its icy heart. Nearby, Gjipe Canyon carves a dramatic path to the sea. Hiking the canyon means scrambling over boulders between towering cliffs, immersed in raw, ancient beauty. These landscapes are a powerful contrast to the beaches, offering adventure and tranquility. Albania's natural diversity is astonishing. Springs, canyons, and coastlines all within reach. Exploring these places connects you to the wild heart of the country. They're not just sights, but experiences that linger. In Albania, the greatest treasures are often hidden just beneath the surface. In the north, the Albanian Alps, also called the Accursed Mountains, rise in wild, jagged splendor. This is a land for true adventurers, where emerald rivers and towering peaks create a world apart. The journey to Valbona Valley begins with a breathtaking ferry ride across Lake Coman, through a canyon of sheer cliffs. From Valbona, a classic trek leads over the Valbona Pass to Theth, winding through ancient forests and alpine meadows. Theth is a living museum of mountain life, with stone houses and the iconic Lock-in Tower. Here, hospitality is sacred. Guests are welcomed with home-cooked meals and genuine warmth. The region's traditions, shaped by the ancient Kanun code, endure in every village. Disconnect from the modern world and reconnect with nature's grandeur. The north is both a cultural stronghold and a wilderness sanctuary. It's where Albania's spirit soars highest. Berat, the city of 1,000 windows, is a living tapestry of Ottoman architecture and Albanian history. White houses climb the hillside, their windows gazing over the Osum River and the twin quarters of Mangalem and Gorica. At the summit, Berat Castle still houses a vibrant community among Byzantine churches and Ottoman mosques. The Onufri Museum, within the castle, preserves stunning icons and the legendary Onufri Red. Wandering the stone alleys, you feel centuries of history beneath your feet. Many old houses now welcome guests, blending heritage with hospitality. Sunset from a traditional balcony reveals why Berat is called Albania's soul. Here, history isn't just preserved, it's lived every day. Journeying south from Berat, the landscape grows rugged, leading to Gjirokastër, the city of stone. Its slate-roofed houses and looming fortress create a dramatic, powerful atmosphere. The massive fortress dominates the city, telling stories of defense and history. In the old bazaar, artisan shops and cafes invite you to soak in Gjirokastër's unique charm. A city of stone, stories, and lasting impressions. Leaving the Ottoman cities behind, we reach Butrint, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and archaeological treasure. Set in lush wetlands, Butrint's ruins reveal 2,500 years of Greek, Roman, Byzantine, and Venetian history. Its Greek amphitheatre, Roman mosaics, and Venetian castle tell a layered story. Here, ancient stones rest beneath green canopies, nature and history blending in peaceful harmony. Albania's communist era under Enver Hoxha left deep scars, most visible in the thousands of concrete bunkers scattered across the country. Built out of paranoia, these mushroom-shaped domes are everywhere, on beaches, farmlands, and mountains. Today, Albanians are transforming these symbols of fear into art, cafes, and museums, turning a painful past into hope for the future. Beyond the castles and bunkers, the true heart of Albanian culture lies in its people and their deeply ingrained traditions. One of the most important and enduring of these is the concept of. This is more than just a word, it is a sacred code of honor, a promise that must be kept at all costs. At its core, means to keep one's word, but it extends to a profound sense of duty to protect and care for any guest under your roof. According to this ancient code, a guest is inviolable, and the host is responsible for their safety and well-being, even if it means sacrificing their own life. This tradition has shaped the Albanian character for centuries. The power of is most famously demonstrated in Albania's remarkable actions during World War II. Despite being occupied by Axis forces, Albania was the only country in Europe to have a larger Jewish population after the war than before. Albanian families, both Muslim and Christian, risked everything to shelter Jewish refugees, viewing it as their sacred duty under the Code of. They gave them false papers, hid them in their homes, and treated them as part of their own families. It is an extraordinary and little-known story of collective courage and humanity, a testament to a cultural code that prioritizes human dignity above all else. As a traveler in Albania today, you will experience the modern legacy in the form of incredible, genuine hospitality. It is something you feel in small, everyday interactions. It's the guest house owner who insists on sharing a glass of homemade with you, a potent fruit brandy that is a symbol of welcome. It's the stranger on the street who will walk several blocks out of their way to help you find your destination. It's the warmth and curiosity with which you are greeted, especially in rural areas. This is not a hospitality put on for tourists. It is a fundamental part of the national identity. This welcoming spirit makes traveling in Albania a uniquely heartwarming experience. It breaks down the barriers that can sometimes exist between visitors and locals. People are genuinely happy to see you exploring their country and are proud to share its beauty with you. They will be curious about where you are from and what you think of Albania. These spontaneous connections and moments of shared humanity are often the most cherished memories of a trip. The ancient code of ensures that while you may arrive in Albania as a stranger, you will almost certainly leave feeling like a friend. Albania's cultural landscape is also defined by its unique religious history. It is a place where mosques and churches often stand side by side, a visible symbol of a long history of coexistence. The country has a mix of Sunni Muslims, Bektashi Muslims, a liberal Sufi order, Orthodox Christians, and Roman Catholics. This rich mosaic of faiths is a legacy of its position at the crossroads of empires, influenced by both Rome and Constantinople, and later by the long centuries of Ottoman rule. This history has created a society where religious identity is often seen as a personal matter, secondary to a shared national identity as Albanians. This tradition of religious tolerance was put to the ultimate test during the communist era. In 1967, Enver Hoxha declared Albania the world's first officially atheist state. He brutally suppressed all religious practice, closing down every mosque, church, and teke, a Bektashi spiritual center. Clergy were imprisoned, executed, or forced into manual labor. Generations of Albanians grew up without any religious education or practice. It was an attempt to erase a fundamental part of the country's cultural heritage. The beautiful lead mosque in Shkodër and the cathedrals in major cities were turned into warehouses or sports halls, their spiritual purpose violently stripped away. After the fall of communism in 1991, there was a remarkable religious revival. Mosques and churches were reopened and restored, often with community members of different faiths helping one another to rebuild their sacred spaces. What emerged was not a country divided by religious strife, as seen in other parts of the Balkans, but one that largely reclaimed its heritage of mutual respect. Pope Francis visited Albania in 2014, praising it as a model of interreligious harmony, a place where different faiths could live together in peace. This ability to overcome a shared trauma and rebuild a tolerant society is one of modern Albania's greatest achievements. For a visitor, this religious landscape is fascinating to explore. You can visit the beautifully painted Etham Bey Mosque in the center of Tirana, which miraculously survived the communist purges. You can explore ancient Orthodox monasteries in the south, or visit the impressive Bektashi World Headquarters on the outskirts of the capital. This peaceful coexistence is a quiet but powerful part of the Albanian story. It speaks to a deep-seated pragmatism and a shared identity that transcends religious divides. In a world often fractured by faith, Albania offers a hopeful example of how diversity can be a source of strength, not conflict. In Albania, food tells the story of the land, fresh, seasonal, and bursting with Mediterranean and Balkan flavors. Think sun-drenched salads, grilled seafood by the coast, and hearty lamb inland. Meals are simple, generous, and always shared. Here you're welcomed as a guest, not just a customer, making every meal a celebration of Albanian warmth and tradition. In Albania, daily life revolves around two drinks, coffee and Raki. Coffee fuels mornings and conversation, enjoyed slowly in bustling cafes or quiet village corners. As evening falls, Raki takes over, sipped with friends, symbolizing hospitality and connection. Join these rituals, and you'll discover the true heart of Albanian culture. To feel the heartbeat of any Albanian town, visit its local market or bazaar. These vibrant spaces are where commerce, community, and culture collide. They're a feast for the senses, filled with fresh produce, lively bargaining, and the aromas of spices and grilling meats. Here you'll find beautiful handcrafted items, from intricate silver filigree to hand-woven rugs, each telling a story of Albanian tradition. Spending a morning in an Albanian bazaar is an authentic glimpse into the rhythm of local life. Agritourism is transforming Albanian tourism. These working farms welcome guests for unforgettable meals and authentic rural experiences. Enjoy farm-to-table feasts at places like Maritzi Izanave or UKA Farm, where every dish is fresh, local, and deeply rooted in tradition. By dining here, you support local farmers, preserve culture, and experience the real Albania, an absolute must for any traveler. Tirana, once a grey, closed city, has transformed into Albania's vibrant, youthful capital. Colourful murals now brighten former concrete blocks, reflecting a new spirit. The Bloku district, once forbidden, is now Tirana's coolest hub, alive with cafes, bars, and energy. Tirana is a city in motion, dynamic, creative, and proudly shaping its future. Getting to Albania is easy, with direct flights to Tirana from major European cities, or a quick ferry from Corfu to Sarandë. Once there, rent a car for freedom, or hop on a local furgon minibus for an authentic adventure. However you travel, getting around is part of the fun, and the journey is just as memorable as the destination. Albania offers a wide range of accommodation to suit every budget and travel style, from modern hotels in Tirana to charming family-run guest houses in the mountains. One of the best ways to experience the country's famous hospitality is by staying in these guest houses known as. This is especially true in historic cities like Berat and Gjirokastër, and in the hiking regions of the north like Theth and Valbona. You are not just renting a room, you are being welcomed into a family's home. The rooms are often simple but clean and comfortable, and the experience is incredibly authentic. You will likely be greeted with a glass of homemade. The highlight of staying in a guest house is the food. The host will almost always offer to cook dinner and breakfast for you, and you should absolutely accept. These are often the best meals you will have in Albania. Everything is homemade, using fresh ingredients from their own garden or the local market. You'll feast on traditional dishes, hearty soups, fresh cheeses, and warm bread. Sharing a meal with the host family is a wonderful way to learn about local life and culture. These are the moments that transform a holiday into a truly meaningful travel experience, connecting you directly to the heart and soul of the country. If you prefer more conventional accommodation, you will find plenty of options. The coastal towns of the Riviera have a growing number of modern hotels and beach resorts, many with swimming pools and private beach access. In Tirana, you can find everything from stylish boutique hotels in the Bloku district to familiar international chains. Even in smaller towns, you will find clean, comfortable, and affordable hotels. Booking platforms like Booking.com and Airbnb are widely used in Albania, making it easy to find and book your accommodation in advance, especially during the peak summer months when popular places can fill up quickly. Regardless of where you choose to stay, you will be met with a level of warmth and genuine kindness that is truly special. The Albanian concept of the sacred duty of hospitality is a living tradition. Hotel staff and guest house owners go out of their way to make sure you are comfortable and have everything you need. They are proud of their country and are eager to share it with visitors. This welcoming spirit is one of the most memorable aspects of a trip to Albania. It makes you feel safe, cared for, and truly valued as a guest in their land. Albania is one of the most affordable Mediterranean destinations. Your money goes further here than almost anywhere else. Enjoy delicious meals, comfortable stays, and fun activities for a fraction of the price you'd pay in Western Europe. The local currency is the lek, and cash is king, especially outside big cities. Staying connected is easy and cheap with local SIM cards and reliable Wi-Fi everywhere. Albania truly offers a 5-star experience on a 1-star budget. Deciding when to visit Albania depends on what you want to experience. The most popular time is during the summer months of July and August. This is when the weather is hottest and the coastline is at its most lively. The beaches are bustling and the sea is perfect for swimming. However, this is also the busiest and most expensive time. For a more relaxed experience, consider visiting during the shoulder seasons of May, June, or September. The weather is still beautifully warm and sunny, but the crowds are much smaller, and prices for flights and accommodation are lower. This is the perfect time for both beach holidays and hiking. Spring, from April to June, is a wonderful time to visit, as the landscape is lush and green, and the countryside is covered in wildflowers. It's an ideal season for hiking and exploring historical sites before the intense heat of summer arrives. Autumn, from September to October, is also lovely, as the sea is still warm from the summer sun and the crowds have thinned out. The grape and olive harvests are underway, adding another layer of cultural interest. The winter months are colder, especially in the mountains where there can be heavy snow, but it can be a good time to explore the cities if you don't mind the cooler temperatures. Albania is a very safe country for travelers. Violent crime against tourists is extremely rare. The biggest dangers are probably related to driving, so it's important to be cautious on the roads. As with any destination, you should use common sense. Keep an eye on your belongings in crowded areas and be aware of your surroundings. But what you will most likely encounter is not danger, but incredible kindness. The Albanian people are generally very honest, and the culture of hospitality means that they often look out for visitors. You will likely feel safer walking around Tirana at night than in many other major European capitals. While many younger Albanians, especially in the cities and tourist areas, speak excellent English, learning a few basic Albanian phrases will go a long way. It shows respect and will be greatly appreciated by the locals you meet. Start with a simple Përshëndetje, that's pronounced Përshëndetje, for hello, and Faleminderit, Faleminderit, for thank you. Po, which is pronounced po, means yes, and jo, pronounced yo, means no. Even just making the effort to say hello in the local language will open doors and bring smiles to people's faces. It's a small gesture that can make a big difference in your interactions and enrich your travel experience. Albania is not just another destination, it's a feeling, an experience that rewards the curious heart. Here you can still feel like a true explorer, discovering hidden beaches, ancient cities, and warm hospitality. Albania is a land of beautiful contradictions, where ancient history and vibrant culture live side by side. This is your invitation to Europe's best-kept secret, before the rest of the world discovers it. A trip to Albania leaves an imprint far beyond beautiful photographs. You arrive expecting chaos, but leave with respect for the people's resilience, warmth, and dignity. The enduring spirit of Albania is found in its hospitality, kindness, and strength, lessons in humanity that stay with you long after you leave. Albanians transform their past into hope, showing that even from hardship, a story of optimism can emerge. Albania is not just a place you visit, it's a place that stays with you. Albania is at a rare moment, undiscovered, authentic, and welcoming. The world is starting to notice, but the quiet beaches and ancient cities are still yours to explore. Change is coming, so visit with respect and curiosity. Go before the crowds arrive. Albania is waiting.